Hello, I'm Simon from Crooked Imaging, and just wanted to show you a quick video of how to resize images. It's one of the most common issues I come across when getting pictures through for printing, and it always seems to confuse. So I just wanted to show you there's a couple of ways of doing resizing, and the first way I will show you is if we go up to Image and then Image Size, then shown a box here that allows us to resize the image, and we can do it either in pixels or percentage or inches, centimeters. So just for this example, I'm just going to do it in inches, and let's say I want a 16 by 11. Now, if the aspect ratio of the image is okay, we would be able to do that using this method of image sizing. So if I change the width to 16 inches, that will set it to 16 by 12, and then set the resolution. Depends on your printer. We like to have the prints come through to us at 300 dpi or pixels per inch, but some printers may prefer it higher or lower resolution, but that's just how we work. So 300 is a good option. If you're saving images for websites or Facebook or something like that, you could set that resolution to 72 pixels per inch, and that would mean that the file size would be smaller, so quicker to upload, etc. So in this instance, I want a 16 by 11, but if I resize this using this method, it's going to set the picture to 16 by 12. I can change the aspect ratio. If I click that box here, it then switches off keeping the aspect ratio, and then I can change that to 16 by 11, but that will have the effect of stretching or shrinking the image in a way that would lose its the correct aspect, which isn't ideal in this instance. So let's just say we're going to resize that just to show you that when we click OK, what happens. So it's going to set this to 16 by 12. Here, OK. So now that image is a 16 by 12. If we send that to a printer, that will print out 16 inches by 12 inches. But as I said, I wanted this picture to be a 16 by 11 because I've got a frame to fit that. So the other way that I usually recommend is to use the crop tool. Now that is here. So when you click on the button, it shows you your selection. So you can change how the crop tool works. You can set it up so that it's just a ratio. So if you wanted it by a 4 by 6 ratio, and you can set it up so that you just set the ratio of the image. So if we say 4 by 6, that will show you how the crop will look, and you can swap that around as well using these arrows. So if you want to do 6 by 4, say for example, that will then turn the crop around. But if you want to set it to a specific size, in this instance a 16 by 11, if you type in there 16 and then type in IN for inches, you can change that to centimeters if you want it in centimeters. If you want it in pixels, you can also put PX in there for pixels. But for this example, we're going to do 16 inches. I know it's already in there, but we'll type in there 11 inches. And now you can see it has created a box, and if I resize that box, that will keep the aspect ratio, and when I hit return, that will still be a 16 by 11 inch print. So let's really crop in on this. And again, you can set your pixels per inch. I've got this one set to 300 pixels per inch, but you can change that, or you can do it pixels per centimeter if you're working in centimeters. Right, so now I'm happy with that crop. If I push return, there we have it. So now that picture has been cropped. Now if I go up to image size, just to see what size the image is, you will see in this box it says 16 by 11, 300 dpi. And just one sort of tip when you're taking pictures, I know it's nice to take a picture nicely cropped. You know, say for example this car, if I'd cropped right into this car when I'd taken the photograph, maybe I wouldn't have needed to crop it any further. But just as a note, if you're going to be using that picture, and you're going to be using different aspect ratios. So you might be doing 6x4 prints or 10x8 prints. They've all got slightly different aspect ratios, and if you crop in too tight to the picture when you take the photo in the first place, there might not be enough space around the image that allows you to crop that to a 6x4 or 10x8 or 7x5 or whatever the sizes you're working to. So it's always worth just bearing that in mind when you're taking the shot, not to crop in too tight, to leave a little bit of space around the outside, and then that will allow you to size that for your customers or whatever to all the different aspect ratios that may be required. I hope that helps. I'm Simon from Crooked Imaging, and I'll catch you soon. Bye bye.